the actual rebounding stats and the assist stats, but we're looking at the scoring stats, and we're seeing that the white team is certainly getting the high percentage shots.
And we'll bring it to second half in just a moment. And we're back para simulan ang second half. This is the NBA Asia Challenge 2010, and you're watching it over Solar TV. Chris Webber and the gang, lamang po sila ng dalawang puntos, 94-92. Now let's listen to Patricia Bermudez Hizon.
Hey, I was just catching up with Rookie of the Year and the youngest player here, Rico Meyer-Hoffer, and up till now, he just cannot believe he's playing with these NBA greats. Now, he told me it's so surreal because he only plays Payton and Webber on video games, so imagine how he feels right now. Now, he was supposed to be on Webber's team and dreamt of giving him an assist, but even if he got moved to the red team, he said he might still give Webber the ball just to make his dreams come true, Rico.
Well, Richie Frank tried to do that with Allan Caidic. They're from two different teams. From wanted an assist with the Allan Caidic shot. So, as Gary Payton said, expect a lot from this game. Expect the unexpected.
Okay, what is Gary Payton doing? Why is Payton getting our camera? Gary Payton wants to be a cameraman for the start of the second half.
Does that mean that our cameraman will play the game?
Inagawa ng trabaho yung cameraman namin. Gary is now, he's also directing. So he's a cameraman and he's a director and wisely gives back the camera.
And Gary Payton has the ball. You know, that interesting interview with Patricia earlier, Gary Payton saying that he's used to playing hurt, and that's so true. And this player has so much heart. He missed less than 5% of his games in his NBA career.
And now let's go to Leah Cruz.
All right, thanks, Miko. You know, these guys are just having the time of their lives. I asked Coach Shot, so anong plano dito sa second half? Sabi niya, well, I'm gonna let them score up to 200 points. So we'll see here in the second half kung magagawa yan ang boys niya. Miko?
Well, both teams are on pace to score 200 if they really get hot here in the second half. You know, I'm looking at Tim Cone Quinito, and I can see the frustration in his face. Nobody wants to run the triangle offense.
Well, Glenn Rice used to run the triangle with the Los Angeles Lakers when they won in 2000. Here's Tyndall with a easy 2 points. Again, you see the difference. The three-point shots coming from the red side, and then the white side going for the high percentage dunk shot.
I think they want Allan to score 200 points. Allan now with 29. Caidic for three. Yes, sir!
He's not finished. And his teammates know it, and they keep on feeding him.
There's Parask on courts, and there's Dondon. You know, I wonder, Quinito, you know, Glenn Rice, and Gary Payton, Mitch Richmond, and Chris Webber, when they look at Allan, when they're watching Allan perform, I wonder if he reminds them of any NBA guy, any NBA player, as Allan fires and misses.
I don't know.
I mean, when you think about the all-time three-point shooting greats of the NBA,
well, you have to check out who the left-handers were.
That's for one. That's one thing you have to check.
But Allan Caidic, 47 years old. I mean, he's showing these NBA players what a 47-year-old player can still do on the floor. Glenn Rice is 43, Richmond is 45, Payton is 42, and Chris Webber is 37. Here's an interception. McRae.
To Arwin Santos.
So the players now deferring. I mean, they don't want the too easy shots. They want to give it to their teammates, make the shots a little bit more complicated.
Richmond with the ball fake. And Tyndale with a miss. Rebound, Glenn Rice to Gary Payton. Payton. McRae hesitates. Probably got intimidated by Webber. Here's Allan for three. Yes, sir!
Well, if there's no contest, Allan Caidic is just going to shoot one three-pointer after the other. Uh-oh.
Oh, Tyndale misses it.
Lift.
Here's Payton. Ontiveros with a steal. It's a 5-point game para sa red team. Webber for three. And here's Richmond.
He's going to try his three.
Specialty of the house. No go. It goes over the backboard. Allan Caidic now with 35 points.
And Gary Payton, he's going to look for Allan Caidic again. Here's a replay of that Allan Caidic three-pointer.
Richmond gets the loose ball. And Tyndale will try again. This time he connects with a slam dunk. 20 points para kay Mark Tyndale. Here's Caidic. 4-3. Comes up short. Caidic got the rebound. And they're setting up Allan for every shot possible.
And he'll try again. Well, eventually he's going to run out of steam.
Here's Weber against Payton. And Paras following. And gently rolls in. So Benji Paras now at 14. At yan po si Bernie, ang mascot ng Miami Heat. And Arwin, this is a slam dunk attempt. But does make sure on the second try. And Arwin now with 12. Here's Weber.
Nobody there for the offensive rebound among the Whites.
Here's Caidic for 3. Now 3 straight misses para kay Allan. No look pass for Arwin Santos from Glen Rice.
Reds looking to pull away now.
Here's Don Ontiveros for 3. Yes, sir. You know, I'm looking at Tim Cone and he's saying, this must be the worst defensive team I've ever coached.
I think Shot Atkinson is thinking the same thing.
Arwin Santos, he'll fire a 3.
Some nifty passing here coming from the Reds.
And Paras gets the rebound against Glen Rice and an interception by Arwin. And Glen telling Allan, come on, Allan, you take it. And Allan takes it and makes it for a 3.
And Glen Rice has found a friend. He doesn't have to do it all. Meron na siyang mapapasahan. You know, that's what you call trusting your teammates. That is what the finals is all about. Now you see the trust between the two gunners on the floor, Glen Rice and Allan Caidic.
Maybe Glen Rice will say, where were you all my life? When I was carrying the load for the Charlotte Hornets. And Allan gets a big round of applause from this appreciative crowd. Allan leads the game for the moment with 38 points.
Now only one player has not scored in this game.
He's on the floor now. The youngest player in this game. Atoy Ko fires! Still no go!
Well, you know, he had a shot, but that was not counted earlier.
Let's go to Patricia.
You know, it is obviously a free-flowing game, but for Coach Tim Cone, he was really excited at the idea that Gary Payton and Glen Rice would be looking for him for guidance, but none of that is happening because really they are just doing whatever they want, and he appreciates that. Now, Coach Tim feels, though, that he's more there to manage everyone's minutes because he feels that the key is to put the correct lineup to make it as entertaining as possible, though he's inclined to put the NBA legends whenever they want. So para sa kanya, sila ang boss niya. Nico?
Right now, Atoy Ko is the man of the moment for all the wrong reasons. He has not made a basket in this game, and the Atoy Ko watch continues after these. So far, the story of this game, quite simply, has been Allan Caidic. Gary Payton has been setting up Allan for open three-point shots. And even the NBA legends are helping Atoy Ko try and score his first basket of the ball game.
Atoy Ko, 0 out of 8 so far. He's on the floor. Allan Caidic is taking a breather, well-deserved. There we go. Atoy Ko getting his first 2 points in the ball game. Finally!
Hindi kasi sanay si Atoy na hindi taga-Toyota bumabantay. Naninibago siya eh. Let's see, they'll locate Atoy. Atoy Ko fires! No!
Oh, he didn't even hit the rim for that one.
Here's Richmond. He'll score on the layup.
And Mitch Richmond and Gary Payton looks like they're trash talking. There we go. Gary Payton inbounding and hitting Richmond on the back with that ball. But they used to be teammates on the 1996 U.S. Olympic gold medal team. Uh-oh, blocked by the rim. Arvin Santos.
Nice connection there between Weber and Tyndale. Meantime, here's Atoy. Atoy fires! No. And I think Atoy now is 1 out of 50. Here's Tyndale. Tubit. Inside, Paras.
Don't look now, but the white team has taken over the driver's seat.
And here's McRae. This is that shot. Arvin Santos steals the rebound and scores on a Pecto shot. And the ball will go out in favor of the white team. Benji Paras sits down in favor of Alvin Patrimonio. Meantime, here's our KFC assist delivery of the quarter. Enjoy watching the 2010 NBA Asia Challenge with Finger Licking Food. Dial 887-8888 now. Missed there by Mitch Richmond. Lazar, Payton, Lazar. And he really conjures images of those Seattle Supersonics with Payton and Sean Kemp, the Rain Man.
Those are glory years. And back to that story we were talking about with Gary Payton. Yes, he did say that those Seattle years were his glory years, although he did win a championship with the Miami Heat. I asked him to compare his two former teammates, Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant, and he said, you know, Kobe Bryant is more of my era, very humble. If he has a bad game, he'll go to the gym the next day and play his guts out, practice. Here's Atoy Ko, missing again. He says Dwayne Wade is more for a show. That's an interesting comparison coming from Gary Payton.
Payton has the ball. Atoy again.
He's going to try a three-pointer.
The fortune cookie fires. You got it!
He was wide open for that shot. There was nobody close to defending him. And notice, he took a step inside that three-point distance. He didn't want to take it from way, way outside. He wanted to make sure of the shot.
Here's Atoy in action.
He thought about the three-point shot, but sabi niya, hindi, all eyes are on me. I need this shot.
He just tried to imagine that Jaworski was in front of him. He made the shot. Back in a moment. Remaining in the third. Ronald Tubid and the rest of the white team trailing by 5 points. Tubid with a spinaroo. And going all the way off the glass to score 2 points. That's our Petron drive of the game. Brought to you by Petron Turbo Diesel, the high performance diesel. Richmond almost pushing Payton out of the Araneta Coliseum. Weber tries to save the ball. Says hi to some fans courtside.
Kanina, napansin ko, Miko, coming from the timeout, nag-uusap yung mga red players. At parang meron yata silang pinag-usapan na strategy. Looks like the red team wants to make sure that they win this game. Oh, escape back. Oh, yes.
Okay, so alam ko na yung strategy ng red team. Let's play even less defense.
And Tubid coming in with a slam dunk.
And he has 9 points. Let's go to Patricia.
For the game, sabi sa akin kanina ni Atoy Ko na good shot for 2 or 3 baskets made. So dapat medyo quota na siya. Sabi niya, ang sarap to finally make his shots. Memories are all flowing back for him. And he said kanina he was trying too hard, but now the pressure's off. So he says he's good to go for a few more minutes. And you know what? He wants to get more shots in, Miko.
Well, Atoy is one of those mystical players. Every time he touches the ball, it's like magic. And Atoy fires. And misses again. Atoy. Nagdadasal na si Atoy. He's now, I think, what is he now? 2 out of 200? What's his shooting clip now?